What is going on, my 863 boxing fans? It's your boy POLK, and you on another quick episode of 863 Boxing, man. Shout out to the real boxing fans out there tuning in to me. Let's not waste no time and get it started, baby. Angelo Leo versus Stephen Fulton. Man, if you didn't watch that with me, we did watch that thing live Saturday night, as well as the Conor McGregor fight. But this is boxing, so we're not going to get into Conor McGregor. But Angelo Leo versus Stephen Fulton. Man, that was a war. That was a great fight. That was a very entertaining fight. That was. I got to tell you, man. Fulton wins the WBO featherweight title by unanimous decision. And, again, that was a war, man. Those guys went toe-to-toe, body to body. That was an entertaining fight, man, if you didn't watch that. And the featherweight division is heating up, and I'm glad Fulton's has his piece of the pie. But do not all props go out to Angelo Leo, man. That guy was tough as nails. But I think I would say maybe the 6th to 7th round on, Fulton really started. He really started putting a pedal to the metal, so to speak. And kind of separating himself in that fight, man. But awesome fight right there. But let's move along from that, and we're going to get into what the main point of this video is today. And we're talking about the 5-man race in the lightweight division. The lightweight king, lightweight supremacy. Who is the man at the lightweight division? And who is the man now, but maybe not the man in the future? Is it Teofimo Lopez, the unified champ, not undisputed? And I will explain why he's not undisputed lightweight champ going forward. Is it Devin Haney, the WBC lightweight champion? Is it Lomachenko, who, while he did lose to Teofimo, I think he may have something to say about all of this before it's all said and done. Javonte Tank Davis, who is not a belt holder, but he's one of the most dynamic punchers in the lightweight, if not the most dynamic puncher in the lightweight division. Or is it Ryan the King Garcia, the young golden boy, the young Oscar De La Hoya, who had an impressive showing against Luke Campbell? While he did hit the mat, the fact that he was able to get himself up, dust himself off, dust that chin off, and stop Luke Campbell was definitely impressive. Who is the king of this division? I don't know. I got my thoughts. I got my reasons. But let's start off with Mr. Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia right now, after beating Luke Campbell, there's been a ton of rumors surrounding whether who this guy is going to fight. So the fight with Luke Campbell was a WBC eliminator. What does that mean? Ryan Garcia has put himself in position to be Devin Haney's mandatory. So from that, it looks like maybe that should be the next fight. But Ryan Garcia has kind of gone everywhere. Not going to call Ryan a duck, so to speak, but he seems to be trying to find a fight everywhere but Devin Haney, as Ryan Garcia has been rumored to calling out Javonte Tank Davis. What doesn't look like that fight is going to happen. Manny Pacquiao, which went from being a legit fight to now potentially being an exhibition fight. I don't know what Ryan Garcia is going to do. The kid's a social media superstar. Remember, I said social media superstar. I wouldn't call him a boxing superstar just yet. So he's got a big following, and he can make a lot of moves. He is an attraction. But he's got to fight the fights that people want to see. And quite frankly, Javonte Tank Davis, that's a fight I'll sign up for. The Manny Pacquiao fight, you can keep that. I don't need to see that. Plus, Manny's a welterweight, and Manny has some business at welterweight that we'll get into at another video. So from there, we got Javonte Tank Davis. Javonte seems to be wanting the Ryan Garcia fight. Seems to be that might be the fight that he wants. Well, at the same time, doesn't seem to be calling out the Teofimos or the Devin Haneys to try to get his hands on one of these belts. But there's one thing you can say about Javonte, baby. That is that he is a pay-per-view attraction. People want to see the knockout punch, and Javonte is known to deliver the knockout punch. Who Javonte faces next, I don't know. But I personally am at a point where I want Javonte Tank Davis to take a step up in some of this competition. See if you can pick off a Lomachenko. Why not call out Teofimo? These guys, these 5 men, it's about time they start fighting. And I don't want to see Javonte fight anymore. Not saying his last fight was a bum, because it wasn't. Leo Santa Cruz, that was a damn good fight. Leo was doing his thing until he got rocked, and that was it. Lights out, Javonte Tank Davis. But let's see Javonte keep up that energy, and let's see where he goes. And then next we have the elder statesman of this division, and that's Vadim Lomachenko, the former unified lightweight champion. The former. Some people had him as the pound-for-pound king. But I'm going to say this about Lomachenko. Time is not on Loma's side. Whatever Loma's going to do, if he wants to get back at the top, he has to do it now. That means he has to invoke a rematch clause, which I don't know if he had one. But if there's one thing I know, both of those top-ranked guys, that fight would be easy to make. And that fight, maybe with a legit crowd, can draw some big-time money. If I had to put my money on it, the next fight for both of those men, talking about Teofimo and Lomachenko, would be each other. And that might be the best course of action for Lomachenko, because like I said, you're talking about Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Javonte Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. These guys are in their young 20s. Most of these guys haven't even hit their prime yet, or they're just now entering their prime. Lomachenko's the one guy. He's 30 plus years old. He had a extensive amateur career, but he's the one guy that, man, I'm telling you, if he's going to make a move, he has to make it now. And I don't think Lomachenko's just going to just sit on the back burner and wait for things to play out. He's got to make a move, whether that's go after Devin Haney, try to get that WBC belt, or go after Teofimo and trying to get his belts back. That might be the move for Lomachenko. And then we have the WBC champion, Devin Haney. And his whole thing is interesting. Devin Haney fought his way into being Lomachenko's mandatory for the WBC belt. Lomachenko vacates the WBC belt, becomes the WBC franchise champion, which Devin Haney on Max on Boxing says that is a duck move. Champions have mandatories. When you're a franchise champion, you don't have mandatories. So then how can you be a champion? You're basically just sitting on a belt. I tend to agree with Devin Haney on this. I believe, don't want to call Loma a duck, but I believe that was a move to get out of facing a mandatory in Devin Haney. And obviously Loma went for a bigger fight in Teofimo Lopez. So I get the move. Whether or not I agree with it is a different circumstance. But I get the move what Lomachenko did. Even though Lomachenko denies even knowing that what the franchise championship really was. Yep, whatever. We can believe what we want. Devin Haney eventually wins this belt. He's been the WBC champion since. With Ryan Garcia being, I believe, Devin Haney's new mandatory, that fight doesn't look like it's really going to pick up any steam. Ryan Garcia seems to be wanting to do other things maybe before taking that fight. And Devin Haney has been calling out Teofimo Lopez for the media. ESPN and all these other people calling Teofimo the undisputed lightweight champion. I get both sides of the argument. Technically, Teofimo is not the undisputed champion. You can't be undisputed if you don't have all the belts. And last time I checked, Devin Haney has the WBC belt. With that said, Teofimo's claim to undisputed has some validity. Lomachenko was the WBC champion. Lomachenko never got beat for that title. He only vacated it for a WBC franchise championship, which is a joke, by the way. So when you look at it from that angle, he beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko was never beat. You can make the argument for Teofimo to be the undisputed lightweight champion. As far as I'm concerned, this isn't much of a debate. Get in the ring and figure it out. The next fight should be Devin Haney versus. That won't be the fight. I don't expect those people. Matter of fact, Bob Arum, has already came down and shot those rumors down. They won't fight each other for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that here. That should be the fight. If you're going to call yourself undisputed, why not take the last belt? With that being said, Devin Haney will most likely, whatever mandatory he has or whatever pops up, those are the fights. Devin Haney's been very vocal about calling out. He was calling out Lomachenko before. He's been calling out Teofimo since. Devin Haney's been pretty vocal about calling guys out and wanting to collect the belts and be undisputed. Guys to this point have kind of avoided him. Again, for whatever reason, we're not going to get into that here. But until somebody wants to fight Devin Haney's just going to fight who he has to fight. And that leads me to Teofimo Lopez, the unified. He is the unified lightweight champion. Right now, I would put him as the #1 lightweight in the world. Who's he going to fight? Are we going to get a rematch with Lomachenko? That's where I would lean to right now. If I had to guess, if you made me put money on it, my guess would be that they are going to be in the works to try to make some big money. Whether that means going to a different country. They're going to want a crowd. They're going to want a spectacle. A rematch between Lomachenko and Teofimo would probably be the biggest fight, or definitely one of the biggest fights in the lightweight division. I expect that to be the move. If not, who knows? The only other fight I want for Teofimo, if it's not going to be that Lomachenko, quite frankly, I want the Devin Haney fight first. Let's get undisputed and then let Lomachenko get his crack at those belts. But this is the lightweight division, folks. Who is going to stand at the top of this when the smoke is cleared for lightweight supremacy? Only the coming months will tell. And before we get out of here, just a reminder, Caleb Truex, the super middleweight title is on the line, baby. They will be fighting this Saturday. We will be live streaming that fight. So come on in. Tune in to 863 Seminole TV. Come on over and watch the fight live. Live commentary. All that good stuff. You know how we do over here. Again, we did it last Saturday. We're going to do it again this Saturday for the Caleb Plant fight. But that's all I got for you boxing fans today. Thanks everybody who tuned in. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Yes, this is a college football channel, but we are building a new platform over here, folks. So if you're a boxing fan and you like what you just heard and you want to see more of it, subscribe to the channel because more is coming. Believe me. Hit the like button and share because we're building something over here, baby. It's your boy POLK over here on 863 Seminole TV. And like always, stay classy. And we got you.